I think, big tournament, whether it's Wimbledon, Oz Open, there's always something that's drummed up in the media.
Yep.
You know, whether it's you at a press conference eating sushi,
Yep.
there's you wearing red Jordans out on the court.
Yeah.
And I think people enjoy that about you, or they either love you or they hate you. Do you know when you do something, say it's in a press conference, that as soon as you leave, that's gonna be picked up in the media, or do you be yourself, and then if it's picked up, it's picked up?
No, I joke about this all the time. Like, tennis has given me the power to be like in the media whenever I want. Like, I could go on Twitter right now, for instance, and just write 5 words that might be controversial. It's going to be all over 9 News tonight. Like, they've given me that power now. It's simply, but I haven't changed. Anyone that knows me, I'm the same person from 10 to 28, 27 right now. So, but yeah, like, if I'm in a press conference, I know that all these journalists, like, how they're going to make their money. Like, I know if I give them a little like nutshell to, you know, go spread, they're going to make more money. So I know how much power I do hold.
You're actually giving back.
Exactly.
To the
like,
journalists.
I feel like they all look ridiculous because they're like, oh, he's bad for the game, he's disrespectful. Like, there's no place for him here yet. I'm going to be starring in a Netflix documentary, making them more money. It's just like, it's just so contradictory.
Yeah, what else would you write about?
Exactly, you know what I mean?
You enjoy spicing them up, but like
yeah, for sure. I love throwing it back in their face a bit, yeah. Like I'll go on Facebook just for gags and just go through my phone feed and then just like copy and paste this article and just write what actually is happening in the article.
Well, because even like the Newcomb medal one, we just screenshotted the article and then wrote, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
And
it's like
30 articles written on that.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
straight away it's like bang, they're just jumping on it and they want to kill you.
It's an unnecessary amount of power for one person with the media, for sure.
Well, an Instagram story of yours probably gets more viewership than Channel 9's mainstream news.
Well, definitely the project.
Yeah, definitely the project.
Yeah.
So
That's not a
many
job at
shots
the
at
project.
I love it. I hate the fucking project.
But to be fair, I read that you're for on-court behaviour fines, whatever it be, you are the highest in terms of fine earners.
ATP history.
In ATP history, you're leading.
fines.
You've probably been fined over hundreds of thousands in your career. Do you even care now when you get given a fine?
Well, I'm not thinking about it, but I got told it goes to charity. So as soon as they told me that, I was just trigger happy. I was just snapping sticks.
Because you donate to charity anyways, you may as well have a bit of fun.
Yeah,
with
but
it.
like, you know, when I'm out there, it's crazy because tennis, like it's unfair in a way because a match can go for 4 hours. Like at the US Open that recently passed, I played a match that went for 4 hours, and then the media showed the last 30 seconds of me smashing a racket, and then that's what they choose to put out on, you know, globally. It's like, well, what happened to the other 4 hour segment where I was trying my nuts off at 2 a.m. in the morning, playing for $100,000? They just choose to show where I'm getting frustrated.
Well, they did that at the Wimbledon game as well.
Exactly.
You kind of walked off and straight to the dressing room.
It's hard. Like, people just assume it gets so crazy. Like, people on the street think I'm just like the craziest guy ever. They'll just look at me and wait for me to do something insane. I'm literally just a normal bloke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Look, the media's definitely painted a bit of a picture.
Well, I mean, you have such a big social media presence as well. You know, you're over 3 million followers on Instagram. What you said, you know, you can put a tweet out, you can go viral like that. What social media do you find that you use the most? Because you're very prominent on Instagram. Do you bounce between that, Twitter? You're probably not on TikTok.
No, I'm not. I don't have Snapchat or TikTok. You know, I know that
Can be a bit dangerous.
I know naughty things happen on those applications, and I can tell from both of your faces that you love those
Stay
two
away.
platforms. But no, I'm on Instagram mainly. You know, I've had the same Instagram account since I was 10 years old. I have the same, like I put it as King Kyrgios when I was 10 years old with the same thing, and I haven't changed it since. So that's pretty cool. Like, just to see how far I have come. You know, it's all been kind of self-made myself. I don't have a PR agent doing anything of that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Where do you find that you get the most negativity? Because there's a lot, like with the platforms. If you're on all of them, I find that like there's more anonymous people on TikTok.
Instagram, a lot of fake accounts.
Yeah, and then Facebook can be maybe that older demographic. Where do you find that you cop the most heat on?
Fuck, it's pretty much everywhere, man. Like for me, it's hard because I haven't always had thick skins. Like I wake up and it's like so accessible. You know, I go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just seeing negative comments after negative comments. Not about me, my family, my girlfriend, and like even though you're not taking it personally, like subconsciously it's going into my head. So it's like it's a lot of shit to deal with.
Especially when you've been copping it since you're like 18, 19 years old. You're just a kid. You don't know any better.
And it's kind of put a massive chip on my shoulder. Like, and it's just impossible for me to just warm up to people now. Like I will just have my walls up until, you know, I feel comfortable. But
We'll get to know them at least. Talking about that, girlfriend.
Constance.
Okay. Constance.
Costine.
Costine. No, we're G'ing her up. We love you, Costine. No, but I mean, you've been going out for almost over a year now.
Yep.
The stories been showing, I think he maybe J up the media a little bit, put the ring on there, then there's an article, when's he going to propose? I don't know, what's the relationship like? Because, I mean, not that she's transformed your tennis, but you've obviously been playing a bit more consistent brand of tennis.
Yeah.
She's been travelling with you heaps. What impact has she had on your tennis?
No, I think with anything, if you find that, partner that's, just enjoying your general life with, like, for instance, I'll come into the hotel room wherever we are around the world, or, we have a place in Sydney now. Like, I generally feel as if she cares for my best interest. Everything's just easy, and she gets it. She's seen how much scrutiny I'm under every day, how much shit I deal with. So she always makes sure that I'm good, and I've never really had that before, to be honest. I feel like no matter if I win or lose, she understands, that I'm really hard on myself, but. I was pretty good before I met her too. But at the same time, she's definitely elevated my tennis, I think. But that's what you look for in a partner, I guess.
I mean, because she has benefit. I mean, I don't know if you know this, she is top 10 most influential females in Australia. So, I mean, it's a great accolade.
Yeah, she was also, I think, a top 100 on, one of the hottest in Australia, as in terms of look. No, I'm just saying, I think it was a certain magazine.
Yeah, she's a weapon.
She's almost growing a massive social media presence now. How has that been impacted? How has she been impacted by that? Because I mean, when you're playing, whether it's in Wimbledon, whether it's in the US, cameras go to her now. You know what I mean? How has she kind of learnt to navigate through that?
Yeah, look, she's dealing with it. I mean, her life's been flipped upside down since we've started dating. We had current affair outside of her mum's apartment in Zetland, following us around. Like it's a hard lifestyle. I told her, I was like, look, your life's going to change drastically. She didn't quite understand to what extent. We're in Tokyo. I was playing in Tokyo, 100 fans lining up to take a photo with her whilst I'm playing. So her global kind of platform's growing, but I see my future with her, and I just see she's making some good money now, so it's all good. We definitely bounce off each other.
And she's influenced your tennis as well. I know you said you haven't played the French Open in I don't know how many years, and you're like, yeah, Constantine wants to see France, so I'm going to go play the French Open, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, look, I don't like France, to be honest.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I think it's overrated, and the French Open's by far the worst Grand Slam. I've said it before, and I think a lot of players would agree with me as well. But it's good. If you're in love and you're going to go see Paris,
go to see it.
Yeah, exactly. We may as well just go there and see it. But yeah, look, man, it's been a hell of a ride so far.
We've kind of touched on this before, but I mean, you're a competitor on the court. There's always vision. You screaming at the box. You're zoning on the court. Has that been hard to, especially with with your missus, to differentiate the competitor of yourself and then you off court?
It's pretty easy when you're getting 20k gifts for her.
I mean, that definitely helps.
But no, for sure. My team, I have a real small team. My agent Horse, he's been my best friend for friends in school. Will, my physio, has been with me for 9 years, and everyone in that box knows that I'll do anything for them on the court. I mean, on the court, off the court, I try and help them out with whatever they need. That's just how I am, though. That's just my outlet for pressure as well. There's a couple of players like that. Andy Murray does it too, to his box, to his mum. Yeah, look, it's just something that I feel in that moment. I look around and everyone's firing apart from those 4 people, so they just cop it. You know what I mean? But I get off the court and I'm like, look, we lose together, we win together. That's just that team environment, and they know that. When I'm out there, what I'm saying half the time just doesn't make sense. I'm talking myself saying the most ridiculous things. Yeah. But, when I get off, it's all good.
And you've got this Netflix documentary coming up. I think it's going to be massive. It's called Breakpoint. Can you talk us through the filming of that? So it was a camera that followed you around for pretty much 12 months on tour?
Yeah.
A whole season?
Yeah. Was
that like a Kanye, camera on you documentary the whole time, through travel, through everything?
Yeah.
Or talk us through a bit of that.
So yeah, they basically just picked 5 or 6 male players to follow around week in, week out, in the locker room. They came to my house in Canberra, they filmed, my mum cooking, my upbringing. So yeah, I think it's more a documentary to get tennis back on the map globally. You're obviously seeing Federer retire, and once these bigger guys kind of go, tennis, is trying to find its identity again.
It's missing some characters.
Exactly right. So it's going to be good. But yeah, they followed us a year round, and it's probably the best year of my career. So I was pretty lucky.
Yeah, perfect timing. Yeah. Perfect timing.
Did you play well because they were filming?
Honestly, people are like, you definitely tried harder. I'm not thinking about that when I'm fucking playing.
Well, I'm saying it's like a basketball player. When it's their contract season, they kind of elevate their players.
Exactly.
So they get a bigger contract.
I'm saying that now, but I probably did.
You turned up for Netflix. Yeah, the Netflix money. No, good man.